In another video, I'm going to be doing a review of a Leatherman multi-tool, and there are two pockets on the side of its case, and I really wanted a way of making fires that were guaranteed. And I thought I would get a fire steel for one side and a magnesium bar for the other. And if you're not familiar with fire steel or magnesium, I thought I would do a quick rundown with you and just show you the benefits and the cons also to them. It's pretty interesting. Now, I got this fire steel from Ron Fontaine over at firesteel.com, and when you get one of these rods, you have to get this protective coating. It's a black coating. Okay, you've got to get that off, and this thing can get wet. It doesn't wear out. I mean, you'd have to really use it a lot to wear it out. Just dry it off, and it throws sparks. Guaranteed. Matches, they can get old, they can get wet, mildew, they won't work. Lighters, they're questionable. This always throws sparks. Now, what would be ideal is if you've seen my rocket stove videos, you've seen that I've used cotton balls before. They're just a great tinder for fire starting. Just see that? Now, if we give that a moment, it'll last long enough to get your stuff going. But a real nice trick is taking petroleum jelly, because all that's burning there is the cotton, and as you can see, it's going out rather quick. But if you take some petroleum jelly in these cotton balls, and you can pack them into a small container, just carry them with you, work it into it a little bit. Work that petroleum jelly into that cotton ball, and you can carry it in a small container with you, a bunch of them. Just pack them in there, and then when you're about ready to light it, go ahead and fluff it up just a tad bit. And then again, it doesn't take much, and you've got a guaranteed light. And this is going to burn long enough that if you're even using wet tinder, you know, it'll dry out the grass, or they like to use maybe a bird nest that you found in the woods and get this thing going. It's a guaranteed fire. So, highly recommend fire steel. Now let's talk about magnesium for a minute. Magnesium's really interesting stuff. It burns super hot. It burns up to, I think, 5,400 degrees. So even if you're in snow and ice, you can get a fire started with magnesium. Now, I'm hearing on the internet that there's a lot of bad magnesium out there. And I've noticed also that it's kind of harder. But this concept of scraping magnesium hasn't gone too well for me. But I've set up a small little demonstration with magnesium, and let me show you how it goes. So I really like fire steel, and you can see that, or a ferro rod. The advantages: it always throws a spark, and a really hot spark. Now, magnesium, there's a lot of debate on the internet about inferior magnesium bars out of China. And I bought this from firesteel.com. We're going to do a little experiment and see how they perform. I've got magnesium from firesteel.com. I've got a USA-based magnesium from Colglin's, and I also have Harbor Freight. And they're saying that these won't light pretty much. Now, I've got to tell you, I have found that between all of the rest, firesteel.com is a softer magnesium. And I've also bought it in rods. Okay? 3 different size rods. And the nice thing about magnesium is, if say you're in snow and ice, it burns so hot that it will dry out your tinder, no doubt about it, and get a fire going. But it burns very quickly. And I find that it's so hard that I couldn't get the shavings. They want you to have a bundle of magnesium about the size of a quarter, maybe 2 millimeters thick. Trying to scrape that off of these bars or rods, I don't know. I just have not been very successful. And the way that I've done it is I've used a drill press. And if you ever do that, and I don't suggest it because it's dangerous, if you throw a spark, you're going to see in a moment how dangerous that is. But that's how I set up our little experiment. And I thought I'd just show you the 3 different types of magnesium. By the way, this wasn't that expensive. From firesteel.com, I think I paid for the bar $3.79. Okay? Harbor Freight is $4.99 and on sale right now for $2.79. So just to give you a range of how much magnesium at this point in time is costing, under $4. So I thought we would give it a shot, and I'll show you what I think about magnesium. So let's start with firesteel.com. and work our way over. This is firesteel.com, and it burns, they're saying, thousands of degrees. Okay, Harbor Freight said it went up to 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. So let me just show you. You want it light and fluffy, and they were saying about the size of a quarter, 2 millimeters thick. That's more, but oop. There you go. Look how hot that burns. So if you're in wet conditions, you can definitely get a fire going with magnesium. No doubt about it. Molten metal right there. All right. I'm going to use a generic magnesium bar from the USA. And it is harder than the Firesteel magnesium. But like I said, I have a hard time scraping magnesium. I mean, unless I had a drill press, I'm not sure I would be able to use this out in the woods. So this is the Coghlan's, Coghlan''S, magnesium. Take a little bit of this. Again, light and fluffy. And again, out of a bar. And light it with our Firesteel. It burns. Again, molten metal. Okay, my last demonstration is the Harbor Freight. This is the stuff everybody's complaining about from China that doesn't burn and da-da-da. This is what it looks like in the store. Okay, and it's inexpensive, $2.79, and it comes with a flint bar on the side, so that will throw sparks. Okay, so you get magnesium and flint with this one for $2.79 to $4 if it's not on sale, or $5 somewhere around there. So there you go. I see that it burns just fine. That's Harbor Freight. Now, my personal preference, again, is to get a fire steel, get a 1/2-inch one. The 4-inch one fits in the side of the Leatherman. I wanted a 5-inch rod, but the 4-inch fits in the case. The 5-inch one was a little bit long, 1/2-inch. But as far as tinder goes, look how hot that is. See that molten metal right there? As far as tinder goes, though, I really like cotton balls with petroleum jelly. I don't think I could use magnesium because I just have a hard time scraping it. Okay, I'll catch you on the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and share with your friends. We have a website called LonerganCompany.com. You might want to take a look at that. And we also have a large archive in the back. Might want to look at those too. I'll catch you on the next one.